Hello my friends, welcome back to the Soupy Air. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about an all-wheel drive Sienna versus a two-wheel drive Sienna. Now the two-wheel drive Sienna does get better gas mileage. And when it comes to, are they good in the snow and stuff like that? What really matters is what kind of driver you are. If you're a really good driver and you know better to put studded snow tires on your two-wheel drive vehicle, or, you have a good set of tires on it for the winter, then I don't think you're really going to run into a lot of issues. Again, all-wheel drive doesn't help you stop, and for many years, we relied on two-wheel drive before there were any four-wheel drive vehicles. Or I should take that back. There were four-wheel drive vehicles back then, but they were usually like an off-road kind of rig, like an off-road Jeep or some jazz like that. So yeah, that's just something to consider. Most cars in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and if I'm not mistaken, 90s, were all like two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. So, you have a big heavy vehicle like a Sienna. They do pretty good in the snow. I'm real happy with mine. Mine I just happened to find was all-wheel drive, and the reason why I purchased an all-wheel drive was not because I really needed it. I haven't really used all-wheel drive yet. I haven't really had a need for it. Anything I do I could always do with two-wheel drive. But I don't drive this Sienna very much in the wintertime anyway. So the reason why I bought mine is because the all-wheel drive ups your resale value. So if I ever wanted to get rid of it, having an all-wheel drive vehicle is a little bit better. Now, not just talking about snow, if you guys are looking to do some overlanding or whatever, an all-wheel drive vehicle is going to be beneficial. If you're looking to do some off-roading, or if you're just doing light-duty off-roading, I'm not saying this thing is set up like a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon or anything like that, but you can do some decent, just light-duty, very, very light-duty trails, like seasonal roads and stuff. And if you guys like to camp, a lot of times campsites, you don't want to get stuck in the mud or something like that. So having an all-wheel drive is very beneficial. But don't forget, these do have a pretty low ground clearance. So it's best to keep what they can do into proportion. Or put what they can do into proportion. So again, taking it up like a Jeep Wrangler trail is probably not the best thing for it. So when it comes to all-wheel drive, it does up the resale value. There are more maintenance costs associated with an all-wheel drive vehicle that you want to consider as well. I heard something about a carrier bearing or something like that goes to right in front of the rear differential from the drive shaft that goes out to the rear end there to make it all-wheel drive. Those bearings like to go at about 100,000 miles. I don't know if it's a carrier bearing or something like that. It's some sort of bearing from what I understand. But yeah. Another thing you want to consider too is the gas mileage, like I was kind of talking about, and where you live. If you live in a place where you get tons of snow, an all-wheel drive is probably going to suit you well. If you don't like to shovel your driveway or blow it or whatever, or plow it, well, then an all-wheel drive is probably going to do a little bit better. But to make a long story short, it wasn't really particular in my selection process when I was looking for a van. And my friend, I was just telling him, if you get a good deal, what it comes down to is price. And if you get a good deal on a front-wheel drive minivan, go for it. Just run some good snow tires and you'll be set. So, yeah, well, that's my scoop on that. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of interesting comments to contribute because I know a lot of people here prefer the all-wheel drive or the two-wheel drive. So I'm looking forward to your feedback. All right, my friends, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel and with everything that you guys contribute. All right, take care.